Hey guys, so it's taken me forever to get this video done for you, and this is the answers to your questions. I tried to film it a couple times and I just did not have any luck. By the way, I've been getting a couple of requests on my past videos because this is like the third time I'm wearing my hair like this in a video with the hat and the, you know, um, and it really is very simple. This is just my natural hair, and all I do is wash it and put mousse in it and let it air dry and then stick a hat on. But for those of you who are interested in a tutorial, I'll just put a link below, and, kind of give me an idea of how many people are actually interested in seeing that. Otherwise, I could just, like, explain it to you. But yeah, so these are the questions. I've organized them in a nice list, so that they're not all scattered all over the place, but I'm going to have to make the video, like, multiple parts, hopefully only two, but I don't really know, because I do like to talk. So let's get into it, because the first category is just questions about me, because, I don't know, apparently people think I'm interesting. Um, First question is, what job do you have? I work in fashion retail at a wet seal. Yeah. What was your first job? My first job was at my mother's company. She doesn't own the company. It was a company she worked at. She did all like the accounting and stuff like that. And sometimes I worked for her. It was a fragrance company, so sometimes I worked in like the lab, and I got to play with the different fragrances and stuff like that. And I worked for different people in the company, doing like Excel spreadsheets and crap like that. I was like 16. What is your dream job? Okay, well, my ultimate dream job is to be like a lead singer in a band. I would die. Like Paramore status. That'd be awesome to just like tour. I want to travel, so it'd be awesome to tour the country and play my music for tons of people, and that would just be great. But my more realistic dream job is to be a stylist for like a magazine or something, or like a fashion editor or something like that. What was your major before you switched to fashion merchandising? I was a history education major, secondary education, high school kids. Yeah, I love history. I'm a nerd, so. What is your favorite class? Probably my advertising class, which is funny because I have 3 classes on like fashion slash retail. Um, and you would think that one of those would be my favorite, and like they are. I really do enjoy those classes, but my advertising teacher is just so funny. Like I have a good time in that class. I mean, sometimes the material is really boring and I'm like, oh, I could care less, because like I'm not going to school to be an advertiser, but he's just so funny that I can't help but have a good time in his class. Are you still considering going to LAM? I actually am. It is one of the schools in the running. Yeah. What made you decide fashion design or fashion school? I'm not a designer. I am right now handling more of like the business aspect of it. But hopefully when I finally get to a school like that is strictly about fashion, I'll be working on the more creative things like visuals and styling and things like that. But I switched that because I've always loved it. It's just always been a really big part of my life. I remember watching my mom get ready to go out on dates when I was younger, and like the clothes she'd pick out, and I just kind of gravitated towards it. And when I got older, people started asking me for my advice, and I don't know. I just love clothes. I love the way an outfit can make you feel 10 times better about yourself. Can make you feel like a whole new person. So fashion's very powerful. What are your plans after you graduate? I have no idea. Hopefully just to have a job, because we all know the job market's not looking so good these days. Hopefully I'll have a job, and I'll be living in the city. I don't know. Having a good time. How old were you when you got your first tattoo? I was 18 years old. 18. How many tattoos do you eventually want to have? I get this question a lot. I don't have any set number. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to stop when I get 5 of them, or, oh, once I hit 25, no more tattoos. Like, I get ideas, and sometimes they stick, and sometimes they don't, and I think I'll stop when I either run out of space, or I just run out of ideas, or maybe it just gets old and boring to me. I don't know. I doubt it ever will. I'm just saying. How many... do you want to get any more piercings? If so, what are they? I was thinking about my tongue, but then I decided not to, because I'm not so much worried about the piercing itself. It's the whole like recovery process, and like the whole swollen tongue and having trouble talking and not being able to eat solid foods and stuff like that. That bugs me. I love to eat, so but if I were to get anything else pierced, it would probably be my nose, because I kind of want to get a hoop. like Kesha. um, do you live with both your parents? No, I don't. My parents got divorced when I was 8, so I live with my mom. I always have, but I saw my dad every other weekend. I would stay at his house, but when I turned 18, that stopped happening because, I don't know, it's just silly. But I do see my dad. He lives in the same town as me, so. What's your best friend's name? I have a few best friends. Jess, Adam, Lindsay, and Katie. Those are my best friends. And Katie has been my best friend since I was 4 years old. We've been around for a while. Do you like to cook? If so, what's your favorite food to cook? Cooking is okay. I like to cook sometimes. I like to eat more than I like to cook, just because I'm lazy and I'd rather just sit and eat than have to like prepare and stuff like that. But I really love Mexican food. Love Mexican food. Are you dressing up for Halloween? Obviously that was asked a while ago. Sorry it took me so long to get to this. I didn't really dress up for Halloween. I glued fake fangs on and put fake blood on my face, and I was just supposed to be a vampire. I don't really do anything too big for Halloween. I probably will when I'm older and I can go to like bars and stuff like that, because I think that's a little bit more fun. But like as far as, you know, ages like 18 through 20 kind of suck for Halloween, because you get dressed up and like you don't go trick-or-treating. What do? Like, and there's never any Halloween parties around here, so. What is on your wish list for Christmas / the holidays? For somebody to pay my credit card bill, which my dad already agreed to. Not that it's astronomical. Don't go, oh, your daddy's little princess, he pays your credit card bill. Like, it's not out of control. I think I have like a $300 limit. I pay it every month, but I'm just so tired of paying it, because like I have to pay everything else, that I was just like, just somebody just give me $100 to put towards this credit card bill so it's paid off and I never have to look at it again. So that's on my Christmas list. What do you want your life to be like in 5 years? I have no idea. I used to plan my life very strategically, and I don't anymore because it's just bad news. But in 5 years, the only thing I could hope for is that I'm finished with school, I have a job that I love, and I'm happy and I'm healthy, and I have happy and healthy friends and family. What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self? I would tell her to just chill out. She was always so stressed about things that didn't matter. Like, it's just not a big deal. I live a very carefree life now, and before I used to be really uptight, and I missed out on a lot of fun stuff because I was always so goody-goody, play by the rules, and like sometimes the rules are meant to be broken. I live by that, so just live every moment like it's your last, and stop planning your life. Like, I was ready to get married at like 23. Like, now I'm 20 and I'm like, 23, oh my god, like no way, that's way too soon. So anyway. Relationships is the next category. What happened with Dan? Dan and I, we dated for a really long time, and we just kind of outgrew each other. That's really it. People outgrow each other. We were different and heading in different directions, and it just wasn't working. Did you ever get closure with Dan? Did you get a chance to talk to him after the breakup? We talked a little bit after the breakup, trying to like figure things out, and that just didn't work, and eventually I just had to stop talking to him so that I could get over it. But we do talk now every now and then. We're on civil terms. We're not like BFFs. We don't hate each other. We had a good relationship while we were together, and we just want the best for each other, and that's really it. Do you still have a boyfriend you talked about in your past video on here? No, I don't. That lasted for a week, and then I was like, yeah, you gotta go. Do you have a boyfriend now? No, I don't. How old were you when you had your first kiss, and with who? It was with a boy named Walter. He was my middle school boyfriend. We dated for 2 years. And I was probably around 13, and it happened here in my room. Do you keep in contact with any of your exes? I do, every now and then. We don't talk like daily, but it's like, hey, how are you type deal. Do you find it hard to keep in contact, to stay friends with an ex? It depends how long you date. If you were together for a really long time and you love each other, it's kind of hard to be friends right away and like see them date other people, and that's difficult. That takes time. But I mean, if we dated for a week and it was no big deal, like I could be your friend. It's whatever. I can go back to being friends like we never dated. I'm really good at pretending things that never happened. I'm a really good pretender. Who's your celebrity crush? Everybody. I don't know, Megan Fox, Jake Gyllenhaal, Penn Badgley, like, I don't know, Detective Stabler on Law & Order SVU. Oh my god, tell me he is not he's so gorgeous. Just so hot. And like when he kicks in doors and stuff like that, I'm like, So yeah, I'm going to do part 2 now because I'm running out of time. So stay tuned for part 2 of your questions answered. Bye guys!